Dejounte Murray gets traded to the Atlanta Hawks for Danilo Gallinari and 3 first-round picks. Let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about Atlanta first. To me, right off the bat, I feel it's a win-win for both teams. First, with Atlanta, they get better, absolutely better. Because the key thing here that I feel was a big talking point is that John Collins wasn't included in the trade, which I feel is really interesting, and it begs the question what they're going to do with him going forward. Are they going to keep him? Are they still going to look to trade him? I feel that's a really good trade asset. If that's the case, I feel a lot of teams will come calling about him. In terms of Murray, pairing him up with Trae Young is, on paper, it is an absolutely really good fit. And the kid is one of the premier perimeter defenders in the NBA. He had a breakout year last year, averaging around 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. The kid is an absolute playmaker. It's the big thing for Atlanta. They got another perimeter creator. Pretty much to take some of the load off of Trae Young's shoulders and having the ball 24/7. He can do a lot more off the ball movement, get himself maybe in some more catch and shoot situations, make that team a little bit more lethal. I don't believe this is going to be the only trade that Atlanta ends up making. I feel there's going to be a lot more moves involved, including someone like a John Collins, maybe a Clint Capella, and see what they can do there. But as of right now, this team looks absolutely great on paper with the addition of Murray. It makes a whole lot of sense because the Hawks seemed like the leading favorite, begging all the reports that I saw. And I know the Knicks and Timberwolves were in the mix, and there was a couple, it seemed like there was a mystery team in the Eastern Conference that were offering up 3 first-round picks as well. What absolutely set apart the Hawks is that those first-round picks that they sent back that were Atlanta's first-round picks, the ones that they owned, were unprotected. And a lot of teams are very iffy on doing that because, for all you know, Murray, his contract ends in a couple years. Maybe things don't work out in Atlanta, and then he goes and leaves, and then Atlanta, catastrophic situation, and just ends up being those unprotected first-round picks go to the Spurs, and the Spurs are in a Boston Celtics situation, getting being playoff bound and still getting top 3 picks. Do I think it's going to end up being like that? Not necessarily at the moment. I mean, the trade just happened, so there's a lot of speculating and a lot of questions for how good the team is actually going to be going forward. But as of right now, I feel this was a great trade for Atlanta. The Spurs get what they want, and they get their 3 first-round picks that they were asking for. And the Spurs get back Danilo Gallinari, who's an expiring contract. And it seems, I'm not exactly sure what the Spurs are going to end up doing. I know they've been linked to DeAndre Ayton being one of those teams that may make an offer to him or may even call the Suns on via a sign and trade. I'm not exactly sure what the Spurs will end up doing, but the Spurs get what they want, and there's 3 first-round picks, whether they're going to keep them or whether they're going to move them for a sign and trade or just hang on to him to develop young talent like I know the Spurs can do. They have a grand plan. They know exactly what they're doing in that organization. Though the San Antonio Spurs are on the path to a championship, and they're trying to get at least one more championship run before Coach Pop ends up retiring. I feel it's a win-win for both teams. The Hawks get their playmaker, and they get their running mate with Trae Young and Dejounte Murray, and the Spurs get exactly what they wanted in that Drew Holiday-esque trade return, which I feel it was kind of a little bit of a low ball for Murray, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. I know there's a lot of NBA news swirling around right now, a lot of players declining or picking up their player options, and free agency is still just a couple days away. So it's going to be wild. Be sure to you guys check out the channel for all the latest NBA news, and be sure to check out VendettaSportsMedia.com to stay up to date with all your favorite sports. Until next time, I've been Jermaine Defendant.